Ladies and gentlemen, success is not free. It's not handed out. It doesn't care about your excuses, your background, or your comfort. Success demands full payment, and it collects every single day. If you want to rise above average, if you want to build something legendary, then understand this. You're not in a lottery. You're in a battle. This is not a game of luck. It's a game of sacrifice. And if you're not willing to bleed for your dream, don't be surprised when it never shows up. This is your wake-up call. Stay locked in for the next 5 hours, because by the end of this, your mindset will be unrecognizable. Your excuses will be burned to the ground, and your grind will become your signature. Let's go. The price of admission, success has a cost. And that cost begins with your willingness to outwork, outlast, and outdiscipline everyone around you. You don't earn greatness by being good enough. You earn it by doing what others refuse to do. You're not tired. You're just used to easy. The reason most people never reach their full potential is simple. They're addicted to comfort. They want the reward but hate the work. They love the dream but avoid the discipline. The first price you'll pay is time. Time spent grinding when others are sleeping. Time studying, training, failing forward while others are partying. Time building when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when it's just you and your inner voice telling you to quit. This is your entry fee. If you're not willing to pay with your time, your attention, your energy, you don't get in. Keywords: success mindset, time management, sacrifice, motivation, grind culture, sacrifice, comfort for progress. Comfort is a liar. It tells you that you're okay where you are. It tells you to rest when you should be rising. But progress doesn't happen in comfort zones. It's born in the fire of pressure and persistence. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. The people you admire, those who built empires, changed the world, broke through every barrier, they weren't chasing comfort, they were chasing progress. They sacrificed rest for reps. They gave up weekends, distractions, short-term pleasures, and easy paths. To pay in full, you must trade instant gratification for long-term achievement. The second cost is your comfort, and most people won't pay it. That's why most people stay average, but not you. Keywords: personal growth, sacrifice, discipline, long-term success, motivational drive, relentless effort, every single day. You can't pay for success once and expect it to last. You have to pay daily. Success is rented, and rent is due every single day. That means showing up when you're tired. That means performing without applause. That means pushing without seeing results right away. This hour is about consistency, showing up even when motivation fades. Because the truth is, success is built on effort stacked over time, not luck, not shortcuts. Discipline over desire, the currency of consistency. There comes a point in every journey when desire starts to fade, when motivation runs dry, when the dream that once lit a fire inside of you becomes a distant echo, drowned out by fatigue, doubt, and the grind of repetition. This is where most people stop. They look at the mountain, halfway climbed, and convince themselves the summit isn't worth the pain. But you are not most people. You didn't come this far to quit. You didn't pay in sweat, in sleep, in sacrifice, just to walk away.
This is where discipline kicks in. When desire dies, discipline drives. And in the world of high performers, discipline is what separates the few who finish from the many who fizzle out. You've got to stop depending on how you feel and start depending on what you decide. Success doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't care if you're tired, uninspired, or emotionally drained. It only cares if you show up. Day after day, hour after hour. Because in the real world, consistency beats intensity every time. Anyone can work hard for one day. Champions work hard every day. That's the cost most aren't willing to pay. Relentless, boring, grinding repetition. Doing the work even when the spotlight is off. Waking up early when no one's watching. Saying no to comfort and yes to progress. While others chase short-term pleasures, you're building long-term greatness. While they waste time talking, you invest time working. Because you understand that every action, no matter how small, is either a payment toward your goals or a debt you'll pay later and regret. This isn't about balance. This is about priorities. The people who win don't find time, they make it. They don't try, they train. They don't look for shortcuts, they take the stairs. Because they know success isn't given to the smartest, the strongest, or the most gifted. It's given to the most consistent. The ones who treat each day like it matters, because it does. So here's your challenge for this hour. Stop negotiating with laziness. Stop letting your feelings dictate your future. You want real success? Then lock in. Sacrifice the comfort. Embrace the struggle. Pay the price. And don't stop until your actions match your ambition. Because in the end, success doesn't reward the passionate, it rewards the persistent. The final stretch. The legacy of long-term vision. There comes a time when the grind becomes muscle memory, when the habits are ingrained so deep that you don't question the work, you just do it. That's what this hour is about. The final stretch, the payoff, the legacy. This is where you ask yourself, what will I leave behind? What example will I set? This isn't about the fast money, the temporary applause, or the short-term validation. It's about being a name people remember because you played the long game and you played it right. The finish line is in sight, and if you've come this far, you're already different from 99% of people out there. Now, it's time to go all in for the last hour, for the legacy, for everything that outlives you. Success isn't just what you build. It's who you build it with. Let's get something straight. Success is not a solo mission. If your dream doesn't involve building something with others who are committed to the same values, discipline, patience, integrity, you're setting yourself up for collapse. Long-term games are only possible with long-term people. And long-term people are rare. They don't just show up, they stay. They don't just hype you, they challenge you. They don't quit when things get slow, they double down. Your job is to identify them, nurture those relationships, and build alongside them for decades. Think about every legendary story, every iconic business, movement, or revolution. Behind every name is a team, a tribe, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a vision shared by more than one soul. Loyalty over convenience. That's the code, the legacy mindset. How you finish is how you'll be remembered. You don't get remembered for how you start. You get remembered for how you finish. The long game demands you do not just win, but win with integrity. People will forget your shortcuts, but they'll never forget your principles. They'll forget your titles, but remember your character.
The ones who endure are always the most talented. They're the ones who keep showing up, who refuse to quit, and who build others up along the way. You want to be remembered? Play long term. Not just for money, not just for status.
Build what time can't destroy. Trends fade, hype dies. But foundations, they last. The long-term player isn't worried about this month's likes or this year's profits. They're planting seeds for an oak tree that'll stand for generations. Your vision should outlive your physical presence. Your impact should echo long after you're gone. Make decisions today that your future self will thank you for. Speak words today that make someone stronger. Build with people who want to grow with you, not just win with you. That's how you play long-term games. That's how you win the marathon of life. If you've made it to the end of this journey, you're clearly not ordinary. You're built different. So don't just let this message sit in your mind. Take it to your daily life. Reevaluate your circle. Redefine your vision. Recommit to the marathon. And if this speech lit a fire inside you, share it with someone who's ready to level up with you. Like, comment, and subscribe to The Power Path for more unfiltered, real, and relentless motivation. Like on the grind doesn't stop here. It's just getting started.